Hello and welcome to KXII 12 News Now. My name is Robin Key and it is September 9th. Let's go over your Texoma headlines. Now, new at noon, a man is facing several drug charges after a traffic stop in Whitewright this week. The Grayson County Sheriff's Office says a deputy pulled over Tory Brown and found marijuana, cocaine, oxycodone, and other prescription medication. Along with a Glock 19 handgun, Brown is also accused of tampering with evidence. Law enforcement says a child was also in the vehicle and was released to a family member. Brown is being held in the Grayson County Jail on bonds totaling more than $37,000. Now, car burglars are targeting Marietta, specifically one neighborhood in particular. Residents of Washington Parkway managed to record two burglars trying to get into their cars on security cameras. Now, we're actually watching that video here. Money appears to be the main target, as residents say valuable items are being left behind. Many people in the neighborhood are worried.
I'm paranoid now, because that made me question the security of all my items.
Neighbors sent the security footage to Marietta police, but the burglars haven't been found yet. To avoid getting your car broken into, keep cash and valuables out of sight, park in a well-lit spot, and lock your car every night. Now, at least 6 people are in critical condition after a Minco, Oklahoma school bus crashed last night. The bus was carrying the girls' softball team home after a game when it ran off the road and rolled several times. Officials say 13 people were on the bus. Several were thrown from the bus itself. Officials say a few of the students and the coach were critically injured. Minco, which is about a 40-minute drive southwest of Oklahoma City, canceled school today. Duncan Police Department confirmed it is aware of a video making the rounds on social media of one of their officers in a fight with the OU Michigan game this weekend. Now, the video shows the off-duty officer in a fight with a Michigan fan in the stands. The officer, who Duncan Police did not identify, is seen putting the other man in a chokehold before the other fans break up the fight. University of Oklahoma security is investigating the episode. Then Good Samaritans helped rescue a deputy who was left dangling from a highway overpass after a crash. The frightening scene unfolded in Lubbock. Authorities say 2 deputies were outside their vehicles assisting a stranded motorist when a semi-truck hit their cruiser, pitting them against the overrail. One was left hanging upside down. As you can see here, it was quite the scary situation. Witnesses from a nearby gas station heard the crash and rushed to help.
I heard a crash. Someone had hit that cruiser and pinned those 2 guys up against the wall, and we
Now, both deputies and a civilian were taken to the hospital, but all are expected to recover. Now, last night, Bonham residents voiced concerns regarding developmental plans to build a single-family homes and duplexes on the South Village Drive. At Bonham City Council meeting, residents expressed their worry about adding traffic to an already heavy traffic area. But the City Council still approved the plan, including one man here.
Things are growing, people are coming, we're going to have to do some things, and we have to adjust.
The developer says he will try to address the traffic concerns. Now, a policy update for the State Fair of Texas. The fair will no longer give out complimentary tickets to high school students. Instead, it's offering a $12 discounted ticket for 9th to 12th graders. Students from pre-K to 8th grade and all teachers within a 100-mile radius will still get free admission tickets. The State Fair of Texas runs September 26th through October 19th. We always do special coverage of the fair, so I'm very excited to see our own morning anchor, Olivia Thompson, go out and show us what is really happening at the fair. Now, when Girl Scout cookie sales start in January, there will be a new cookie in the lineup. On Tuesday, the organization announced the addition of the Rocky Road-inspired cookie called Explore S'mores. Explore Mores? Yeah, we're gonna go with that. The new chocolate cookie has a creamy filling with notes of chocolate, marshmallow, and toasted almond-flavored cream. Like the Girl Scouts' other cookies, they will be sold online and in person by local troops. Nearly 700,000 scouts take part in the cookie sale each year. Then the co-founders of Ben & Jerry want the iconic ice cream brand to operate independently once again. Ben Conan and Jerry Greenfield sold the ice cream company to Unilever in 2000. In an open letter Tuesday, they asked that Ben & Jerry be spun off to operate on its own after a series of disputes over the years. They say the brand's voice has been silenced when trying to weigh in on social issues. Last year, Unilever announced the spin-off of Magnum Ice Cream Company, which includes the Ben & Jerry's brand. In response to the letter, Unilever says Ben & Jerry's is not for sale. Some of the industries most exposed to tariffs are starting to lose jobs. Job growth in the manufacturing, construction, and transportation sectors turned negative shortly after President Donald Trump's trade war started in the spring. Now, that's according to new analysis of employment data. The U.S. manufacturing industry has 78,000 fewer jobs than it did just a year ago, and manufacturing employment has declined 4 months in a row, according to the August job report released last Friday. The job loss in tariff-exposed industries has also contributed to a broader slowdown in hiring. Now, on Monday, the Supreme Court sided with President Donald Trump in his push to let immigration officials continue what critics describe as, quote, revolving patrols, unquote, in Southern California. Lower courts previously said that the operation likely violated the Fourth Amendment. The High Court didn't give an explanation for its decision, and the 3 liberal justices dissented. The case involved masked and heavily armed immigration and custom enforcement agents pulling aside people who identify as Latino, including some U.S. citizens. The agents interrogated the individuals about their immigration status. Lower courts found ICE likely hadn't established the required reasonable suspicion to justify the stops, but the Supreme Court disagreed. The House Oversight Committee has received its first batch of the documents from the estate of the late convicted sex offender, Jeffrey Epstein. Lawyer for the estate confirmed the handout included Epstein's so-called birthday book, a collection of letters given to him for his 50th birthday. One of those reportedly bore President Donald Trump's name, though Trump has denied writing it. The committee subpoenaed the estate earlier this year as part of its investigation. Lawyers for the estate say more documents will be turned over on a rolling basis. Hours after the House committee got the records, they released them publicly. A bipartisan group of staffers on the committee is set to meet with estate lawyers in New York later this week to review unredacted files. Now, Israel carried out an attack targeting Hamas leadership in Qatar today. The attack appears to be the first time Israel has launched an operation in the Gulf nation. A senior Israeli official says they are awaiting the results of the strike. The Qatari government called the attack cowardly, saying it targeted residential building housing several members of of the Hamas political bureau in Doha. Qatar has been a key mediator in the Gaza ceasefire talks. 2 U.S. officials say the Trump administration was notified ahead of the strike. Israel says the attack was completely independent. Now, when we come back, we are coming back to Texoma land for our community corner. So that means that everything that you need to know to be a good member of the Texoma community, we are going to cover in just a moment. So do not swipe away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to KXII 12 News Now. We're here for our Community Corner where we're going over everything you need to know as a member of the Texoma community. Starting off, tax rates are a hot topic in Bonham right now. The city has approved keeping the rates the same as last year, sitting at 55 cents for every $100 valuation. The council says they're proud to keep this number the same, but the mayor says it wasn't easy.
All cities are facing problems right now, but we decided to keep it at last year's rate to do the best we can to try and help everybody.
Many people will still pay more because their house value went up, but not the rates. Durant Public Schools are headed to the voting polls today in a special election. If approved, this $4 million bond would be used for remodeling and repairing school buildings, upgrading security, and funding extracurriculars. The district says there would be no tax increase. Polls are open from 7 to 7 today. Make sure to go vote and have your voice heard. Now, a big change for Sherman drivers. TxDOT demolished the Taylor Street Bridge over Highway 75 this weekend. The city says the new bridge is set to be in place by the end of the year. Traffic is being detoured to the service road in the meantime. Crews will replace the Lanebridge Bridge next year. Now, a National Animal Shelter fundraiser made a stop here in Texoma yesterday. Jordan's Way, a 3-hour Facebook Live fundraiser started by Chris Rotunda, was at Noah's Ark in Gainesville. The inspiration for the fundraiser was taken by Chris's own dog that he adopted many years ago from a shelter, but who sadly passed away due to cancer. Her death inspired Chris to bring change to shelters across America that need funds to bring better care to the animals. In just about 5 years, the project has raised over $13 million for shelters, and that is increasing by the day.
It's the passion. When I first walk into the shelters, when I see the dogs behind the kennels, it's the first thing that hits me right away. It reminds me of Jordan. That's what she was. She was laying down. She kind of was looking like hopeless, like no one's coming to get me. It doesn't matter. I've been here 4 years and nothing's going to happen. And is that really what drives me along the way?
Jordan's Way is coming back to Texas soon for the fundraiser's biggest event yet. 100 shelters are coming together in Wichita Falls in about 2 months for an arena-style event, but with the same Jordan's Way charm. You can find more information on our website, KXII.com. With the massive Preston Harbor development on its way to Denison, the fire and rescue team is getting ready for the expansion. The Denison City Council approved plans for a new fire station to be built off FM 84. The city's 4th fire station will serve the west side of town. It will also provide support for the other 3 stations.
The main focus is Preston Harbor because that's going to be a huge development with 10,000 homes and a resort and marina. So that'll be its main purpose, but it will serve the rest of the city also.
Denison's 4th fire station should be operational in 2027. Now, there's no place like homecoming, and it is homecoming week in Durant. Tonight, the city is hosting its parade with a Wizard of Oz theme. It'll go down Main Street through the downtown area. The parade starts at 6. There will also be a community-wide homecoming pep rally on Thursday. It'll be a battle of the Lions at Friday's game. The Durant Lions will be taking on the Greville, Arkansas Lions. Now, that is all for this News 12 Now, our KXII 12 News Now. Make sure to join us again here tomorrow, same time, same place. Tune in to Channel 12 later this afternoon for the 4, 5, and 6 to stay updated with everything going on here in Texoma land. Now, if you feel like any of our stories could use a bit more detail, well, check out our website, KXI.com, for more information, or go to our YouTube channel to be able to watch everybody's packages. Also, make sure that you're following our Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, and TikTok. There you'll find exclusive content, constant updates, and our past stories. But until tomorrow, have a fantastic day, Texoma.